Before we start coding our bot, let's first understand what inline mode is. So inline mode lets your bot be invoked or called by any chat on Telegram, and it is invoked by typing an @ sign followed by the bot's username, and whatever the user types next will be sent as an inline text query to the bot. By default, this feature is disabled and you have to enable it with botfather. That is why in the previous video we had to enable it while setting up our bot. So inline mode works in any chat and allows anyone to use our bot quickly, since they don't have to initiate a conversation with your bot to start using it. And the results will pop up above the text field in a scrollable window. So there are 20 types of inline query results that we as the developers can use to customize our result for the user. If you notice, there are some results that are repeated, and they are the catch version of some of the results below. That means if you have sent a file to Telegram before, it will be stored on their servers. And if you have the file ID of those files, you can send the file ID instead of sending the entire file again. So if you want to send the file ID of the file, you can use one of the catch inline query result to return. So these are the many results that you can return to the user. Like for example, article, which could be a text message. There's audio, there's contact, there's document, there's photo, and there is video, and many others. So if you would like to test out inline mode, you can always check out some of the bot samples here that is made by Telegram. And if you would like, you can also read up more about inline mode in this link here. So to explain how inline mode works behind the scenes with our bot, let's talk about the flow. In any Telegram chat, a user can invoke our bot by typing the bot's username. So for our bot, it is @s300bot followed by a search term like this, and this will send an inline query to our bot script. And to handle the query, there are mainly two ways or methods that we can use to do so. So the first one being the bot.inlineQuery method, along with the search term that we want to invoke this method. Or we can use the listener, the bot.onListener, to invoke any inline query. Then using one of the inline query result that we have chosen, we follow the documentation on how we can structure our result and send the result with context.answerInlineQuery method. So back in Telegram, the result will pop up as a scrollable window on the user's screen. And about the two methods that I have just mentioned, I'll explain how they work. If we use the bot.inlineQuery method, then this method will be called when the search term matches exactly what the user has typed. If we use the bot.on method to listen to any inline query, and when the user types the query, for example Apple, if the user types slowly, then every letter in the query will invoke the method. But if the user types fast enough, then it will invoke when the user stops typing. This is something you should know when using the inline query listener.